of your military support. Do you think Ukraine signs that treaty?
I think there's a chance they say we have to defend our country.
Good luck.
They're going to lose.
Right.
They're going to lose.
Right. They lose their country.
They wouldn't be the first people to do that.
They would be the first people to do that.
I'm talking about history.
They would be the first people
the first person to deny help from their greatest ally, and then end up.
No, they would be the first country ever to continue a war they know they can't win.
There's been so many.
One second. I'll be right back with you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. You can talk.
All right. I guess. Oh. All right. All I'm saying is that I just don't believe this narrative that woulda, shoulda, coulda, Trump would have definitely not let that war happen. Trump would have definitely not let Israel get this bad. This is fucking fucked up shit that's been going on for literally 50 plus years. It's been spiraling. I don't think just because Joe Biden or whoever it could have been, I think this could have happened to anybody. This could have happened in Trump's second term if he got reelected. This was something that was building and building. I
agree. It could have. It could have, but here's the thing. I know that under Trump, not a single military in the world waged a new conflict while he was president. So you could say, sure, it could have happened. Totally could have. But again, here's the thing. I'm going to look at history and go, under Trump, not a single military conflict started. Not a single military conflict that was going on got worse. So I'm a facts person. And I know what happened under Trump. And you can say, sure, under a second term, all of this could have happened. Why didn't it happen while he was president? Why were there 4 years of nobody fucking around?
I mean, there was years that there's just have been 4 years of nobody fucking around. I don't think it was because Trump was in office. That means I don't correlate.
But it's the last time. Right. How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. When in your lifetime has there been a 4-year period of nobody fucking around?
I mean, there was still ongoing things that were going on.
No. I'm not talking about. I'm asking you. Let me ask you more specifically. You're 26. When in
my
your
entire life, the U.S. has been in some sort of conflict.
When in your lifetime has there been a 4-year period where no new conflict started and no current conflicts got worse, just other than the Trump administration?
I'm pretty sure there was ongoing conflicts during the Trump administration.
I get you, but it only got better, never got worse. So again, I'll ask you, in your lifetime, when outside of the Trump administration, has there ever been a 4-year period where no new conflict started, no terrorist attacks, no new ventures launched as far as military operations, and current military operations didn't get worse? Has that ever happened outside the 4 years that Trump was president?
I mean, that's probably...
We're going back for you, what's that, 1998?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the answers to the test here. It's never fucking happened.
But I'm just saying, I'm not oh my God, the 4 years that Trump was president,
No, here's the best part,
stuff happened.
Tommy, here's the best part. I'm 40, and it's never happened in my lifetime outside of the Trump administration.
What about the mid-90s?
What about the mid-90s? I'm telling you, when you want to talk about the Scud missile attacks on the U.S., you want to talk about the 7 different terrorist attacks on the U.S. that Bill Clinton didn't respond to and only sent one Tomahawk missile? You want to talk about that? You want to talk about the times under Trump the times under Bush where we waged international conflict over bullshit? You want to talk about the invasion of Kuwait? What do you want to talk about? Which president served a 4-year term or whatever? What 4-year period did you have no new conflicts, no terrorist attacks, no international conflicts accelerate? It hasn't happened in my entire fucking life, besides the 4 years Trump was president. So you can go, oh, Trump just got lucky in his second term. It could have happened. I can tell you that I'm 40 years old. There's never been a 40-year period where that shit didn't happen except under Trump. Now you could say that's not him. He just happened to get lucky. But I don't play coincidence. I go off of fact. I know 4 years under Trump, none of my fellow soldiers, none of my soldiers, sailors, airmen, or Marines had to go die for shit. No new conflicts were started. No terrorist attacks happened. None of that. And you know what? I'd like 4 more years of that.
Well, so what do you think it is that Trump does that prevents war from happening?
Scares people. Because he is a fuck around and find out type of guy. He is straight up like, if you cost American lives. Like, did you ever see the senator who talked about his negotiation with the Taliban, where he met with the Taliban leader and he said, look, we're for pulling out of Afghanistan, but we need a protracted pullout. We need to have it under control. And he said, here's the deal. If you are willing to go along with that, everything's good. We'll pull out slowly by stages. But if a single American life is lost, I'm going to fucking kill you. And he then pulled out of his pocket and handed it to him a picture of the Taliban leader's house and said, I'm going to kill you. And then left the fucking room. That's the biggest swinging dick in the room. And that's what you need as a U.S. president. Somebody who's willing to say, I don't want war, but if you want to, I will fuck you up. And that's who we need as a president.
Who you're saying that was? A senator? What?
Oh, so it was Byron. Guys, can you help me out here? It was Byron Donalds, and who was the other guy in the interview? Like, hold on, wait. Let me see if I see it in the chat here. It was Byron Donalds, and then there was another guy in the interview who was actually in that meeting. Now, it wasn't Tim Scott. It was like a really skinny black dude. I don't know his name. Yeah, it was like, it's been all over TikTok. John, what the fuck was his name? Wesley Hunt. So Wesley Hunt was in that meeting with him. He was in the meeting with Trump and the Taliban leader. And he told this story of what happened. That's the type of leader we need. Wesley Hunt, that's his name. So here's, I'll bet you this. I'll bet you on TikTok, there's not a lot of videos of Wesley Hunt. So if you look up Wesley Hunt, I bet you that's the video that pops up.
All right, I'll look him up.
Yeah, I promise you, like that. But that's what you need. You need an American president who's like, I don't want war, but we have to recognize that our military cannot be defeated. Like, we could conquer the world if we wanted to. Like, World War II was a perfect example. We were in position to own half the fucking world, and we didn't take it. Like, we could have demanded half of fucking Europe because we conquered it, but we didn't. Like, there's no country on earth that has had so many opportunities to own half the world and hasn't taken it.
Okay, well, what do you think Trump will do with Israel?
I think Trump will make it. I think Trump will let Israel do their thing. Like, Israel's got it handled. Israel doesn't need help. They've got it handled.
Yeah,
they're wiping out Hamas.
They've definitely got it handled. They're definitely causing some serious bloodshed. I mean, but like, how do you
actually you say causing serious bloodshed, but on a bomb to militant to civilian ratio, they are the most humane war that's ever been launched.
I mean, no war is really humane.
No, but again, I'll tell you this, that the death rate of civilians for every major conflict ever recorded in history was higher than it is in the Israel-Gaza conflict. It is literally the most morally right war that's ever been fought. And I'm going to be real with you, bro. If Israel lined up bulldozers and just pushed all of Gaza out, I'd be okay with it because it's been nothing but war.
I know, but how do you solve that situation?
How do you solve it? You make Gaza part of Palestine and get rid of the bad people. I'm so tired of this conflict because Israel and Palestine were created on the same day. 16 hours later, Palestine with 5 other nations tried to massacre Israel, and Israel won. Israel is the only moral country in the Middle East. They are the only country that deserves any kind of consideration in the entire Middle East. I will never, ever stop my support of Israel, and I will never, ever stop my fucking hatred of Palestine. They are bad people looking to do bad things, and Israel needs to eliminate them.
I mean, not all those people are bad. I don't think innocent women and children are bad.
Then don't elect a terrorist organization to run your government.
I mean, that is true. I mean, Hamas made the first move, so.
No, they've always made the first move. That's the beauty of Israel. That's the benefit for me supporting Israel, is that I get to say that I support a nation that has never fired the first shot. Israel, in their entire history, has never fired the first shot. They've only ever responded to being attacked. You have to support that nation. Because America doesn't have that right. We've started conflicts, but Israel has never once started a conflict. They've only ever responded to being attacked. You have to support them.
What do you think about some people would say they're dangerous or kind of too far right. I mean, I just feel like Trump came in 2016 and was like, I'm going to drain the swamp.
Who's dangerous or too far right?
I'm getting to that.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm saying I agree that the appeal to Trump when he first came to power in 2015, 2016 was that he was going to drain the swamp and he was going to be different. And he was going to be a businessman.
Right.
And then I feel like he got all wrapped up in this Project 2025, far right stuff.
Wait, we're going to stop that right now. Trump has not only had no part in Project 2025, he's also disavowed it and said he wants nothing to do with it.
He's said that, but he's got all these people in his campaign team.
No, actually, in his campaign, there were, of the authors of Project 2025, one of them was in his campaign. He fired him immediately. Fired him, said, I don't want to be part of this. And then the other associates of the Heritage Foundation, he has banned all of them from every single event he has. He has also disavowed them as part of his organization, allowed them to not contribute to his campaign, and allowed them to not be part of his campaign. He has done everything he can. And also, I know the people of the Heritage Foundation, and the first person they offered their Project 2025 document to was Biden. And he declined it. They offered it to Trump. He declined it. They offered it to Jill Stein. She declined it. They offered it to the Libertarian candidate. He declined it because it has nothing to do with Donald Trump or the Republican Party. The Heritage Foundation has made Project 2025 every single presidential election for the last 40 years. It is their mandate for leadership that has been rejected by every single presidential candidate for 40 fucking years. So to try to assign an organization that has been rejected for 40 years to Trump, who also rejected it and fired anyone who had anything to do with it, to him, it's fucking insane.
I mean, yeah, he's wiping. He's not
wiping shit. He never once worked with them on anything.
There's multiple people who have come out and said yeah, Trump is for us. He's with us.
No, there's a shitload of liberals that have said Trump is, because that was the propaganda campaign. Associate Trump with Project 2025. Trump has no association with it whatsoever. He has not only denied it, but also fired people who were even associated with it. There's no connection to Trump and Project 2025 whatsoever. And here's the best part.
What about that guy that date the right
Kamala's campaign manager has acknowledged in interviews that they recognize Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025, but they were tying him to it for campaign purposes. So I'm not going to listen to a fucking thing about Trump and Project 2025 because Trump has done everything he can to say, fuck Project 2025. Not to mention, they've done this for 40 years. That is 10 presidential elections that they've tried to institute their mandate for leadership, and everyone has rejected it. It's a private organization that wrote a document, and nobody gives a fuck. Like, stop with that bullshit.
You know that guy on TikTok, the date the right stuff guy?
I do.
Yeah, isn't he like still working for Trump and he's like associated with the Project 2025?
No, actually, date right stuff. The funniest thing was, so he was a member of the Heritage Foundation. And Trump gave him a choice. He said, you can either continue to work for my organization or you can continue to work for the Heritage Foundation. He actually canceled his membership to the Heritage Foundation to continue to work for Trump.
Okay, but you have this like high-ranking like Trump administration guy who has those type of like.
Nope, he fired him.
I know, but Trump let him into his camp, let him into all his team.
Yes,
these are the type of people Trump surrounds himself with.
Oh my God! Before they wrote Project 2025, he was just a member of the Heritage Foundation. He didn't write anything.
Well, they've been writing stuff for 40 years. You just said that.
They have, but when they came out with Project 2025,
he's a member of that foundation, and
Trump fired him.
He had to hire him first. He hired him first.
He
knew about this stuff
before they came out with it. Like, that's like saying, oh my God, you hired somebody who was a member of a club, and when the club said something that tried to tie to you, you fired that person. You're like, no, you're still a member. Stop. That dude was a member of the Heritage Foundation. He was good. He was good. Then when they came out with Project 25, Trump said, well, I'm not part of that. He said, well, I'm going to tie you to it. He said, you're fired. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, like the Heritage Foundation coming out with Project 2025 would be like me and some buddies writing up a plan of how Democrats are going to control the country and then just being like, yeah, this is tied to Kamala. Like, doesn't matter that she denies it. Doesn't matter that she fires anybody that has to do with it. Doesn't matter that she's talked shit about it. Doesn't matter that she hates it. It's still tied to her. Like, stop with this bullshit.
I'm just saying that.
Saying what? Trump, you're not saying anything.
I'm about to say that I just think Trump has been tied to and has surrounded himself with some people who are not.
How is Trump been tied?
No, not. I said just in general has been tied.
No, fuck that. Be specific. How has Trump been tied to Project 2025?
He's had people who have worked for him who have been part of the Heritage Foundation.
Yes, the Heritage Foundation has 317,000 members, people that pay $15 a year to be part of the Heritage Foundation. And he has now fired every single person who is a member of the Heritage Foundation. So just because, like, if I'm a member of a soccer club and I join the Trump administration, does that mean he supports soccer? No, like, you understand how fucking stupid that is, right? Stop trying to tie it just because the media and the Democrat organization told you he tied to it. Donald Trump could not have done more to be. Donald Trump has done more than any candidate ever to be separated from the Heritage Foundation. Like, stop the shit. Stop the bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll be this way.
Because
Biden is, if you say Trump's ties to the Heritage Foundation is that he had somebody working for him who was a member, then Biden is even more connected because Biden had two people working for him who were members of the Heritage Foundation.
I'm just saying.
Because Biden's Secretary of Health and then Biden's Secretary of State We're both members of the Heritage Foundation. So Biden is far more connected. He's double as connected to the Heritage Foundation as Trump. Oh, wait, no response to that?
I'm going to have to check to say that Biden's Secretary of State was a member of the Heritage Foundation.
Was?
I'll have to look at that because
Right?
I'd be very surprised to know that.
Oh, wouldn't it be surprising to know shit CNN didn't tell you?
I don't even like CNN.
Wild how that works.
My main point was Trump has like associated himself and surrounded himself with some sketchy far-right individuals.
Who has Trump associated himself with? Who's sketchy right-wing people? Come on, tell me the name.
Mike Lindell.
Okay, a private business owner who owns a pillow company.
Yeah.
Super right wing. Oh my God, we got to worry about that guy. He literally owns a fucking pillow company. Oh wait, let me ask you right now. What's super right wing about Mike Lindell?
He's not even the right wing thing. It's just he's kind of a nutbag.
Yeah, he owns a mattress company. He owns a pillow company. He is a weird dude, but he owns a pillow company. You claimed he was right wing.
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani, you mean the most beloved fucking mayor of New York City that's ever existed?
He was beloved for a time. He was definitely not beloved anymore.
He was beloved until he supported Republicans. He was the most beloved fucking mayor to have ever existed in the history of fucking New York. Like, he was the guy. Like, all you have to do is go back 10 years and everybody's fucking sucking fucking Rudy Giuliani off. He's amazing. And then he supports Republicans, and now he's a scary guy. He's a weird dude. No, what he did was he went out of political favor because he supported people the political system didn't like. He is beloved by New York. He's hated because he supports Trump. Like, stop. Like, what did Rudy Giuliani ever do that was horrible, that was so terrible, other than support Trump? You don't fucking know, because you're just told that Rudy Giuliani's a problem. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. See, here's the thing. What I'm not doing is having a discussion against the CNN fucking regurgitation of bullshit. I'm so tired of that. Oh, Rudy Giuliani's so bad. Yeah? Ask the people of New York if Rudy Giuliani is fucking awesome. The people of New York fucking love him. The only reason why he's a bad guy is because he supported Trump. People fucking hated him. Like, that's the bullshit. I'm done with that stupid shit. Stop regurgitating CNN headlines at me. It's so fucking dumb. Oh, Giuliani's bad. How? Other than supporting Trump, what's bad? Oh, he reduced crime in New York. Such a terrible mayor. All right, y'all. So, hold on, wait. What time is it? Let me see. Fucking 2 a.m. I gotta go to bed. I got shit to do tomorrow. I actually have work tomorrow, so I gotta go. I got meetings early, so the Lindell was a good one. Thank you. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you all for joining. It was really fun. I enjoy having lives on here. We'll continue to do it. Thank you all for joining me. Mwah. Love y'all. Please have a wonderful night and vote Trump.
Okay, we got that. We got that, right? We got that. Ooh, we got that. Okay, awesome.